What up? What we got in the house here? I can't see. Can you move that over?
Yeah, I'm broadcasting.
Can you move it over while you talk?
Sure.
Here we go. I want to see who's here.
Let us know. Comment if you're excited.
Hey, Angel, great to see you. Hey, Barbie. Hi, Beth. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Krista. Christina. Daniel. Dr. Marcy. Man, we got a full house loading in. This is amazing. Hey, Aileen. What's going on, darling? What's up, Amy? Great to see you. Oh, my bad. I'm trying to scroll down here. If I use the mouse to scroll, then it's gonna mess him up. So we'll wait just a minute to invite everyone else in. We're just going live, getting the tech, start jamming out because everything is energy.
Why
right?
am I not seeing our group?
And the way that you show up gets to be fun. In fact, when you make it fun, I found you make it, the more effective it is.
Cutting out a little bit, Holly.
Our group.
Not coming out.
No.
We're cutting out a tiny bit.
All right. We're not going live in our group.
All right. Well,
Guess we're only going to be on Zoom. Let
Oh,
everybody
really?
know.
It's not working?
no, Nicole, could you just do a post and hey guys, go make sure you're registered. Technical problems, gotta be live today.
All
There's
right.
power in being live anyway. That's all right. We're recording all is well. So welcome everyone to the 50K by Christmas, the big event. I've been waiting. Hey Mary. Hey Kim. Hey Marilyn.
What's up,
Michael,
Joshua,
Joshua.
Angela, Amy, Felicia, Jess, what's up? Aileen, Kelly, hey Kelly. Kelly is first, of course. I wouldn't expect anything less. Kim.
Aloha.
All right. Let's get rolling. So who's excited for the 50K by Christmas without being salesy or pushy? Drop a yes in the comments. Let's go.
So we like to have our events just like you're at a live event, right? Like the energy that the audience puts out kind of helps the speaker up there, and we get to be a part and dance with each other and the energy, because let's be real, it's not just strategy and how do you get the strategy to get 50K by Christmas. It's the energy. How do you embody this energy that is calling in this 50K by Christmas, right? And that's what I say, fun. We have fun. We have music. Like, you get to have fun. If that's your thing, actually, you get to have fun. I don't care if it's your thing or not. You get to have little sparks. I'm like, I've never met someone where fun is not their thing. Like, go have some fun and it'll start being your thing. It's probably what you need the most.
3 people waiting to get in. Come on, team, let's go.
You're so funny. All right, so who's excited? You know, you guys have been so engaged. I have loved seeing the. I have watched. I want to say, hopefully I got to see everybody's video. I did stop and watch.
Who did any of the homework? I'm just curious. Did you guys get value from the pre-trainings and the homework?
Yeah, so you guys had your videos, and then like it was so magical. Like I literally even take a screenshot of like scrolling through of writing on your hand that I am. If you didn't see any of the pre-trainings, they were amazing in itself. So at some point, you know, put a little mental note. We talked about, is 50K even possible, and setting up your time and how to structure your time in a way that works so you can even bring in 50K, and then rewriting your money story. So I saw a ton of the captain's quarters, which is so fun. Did you guys enjoy the captain's quarters? Did anyone do them here that are live? Sweet. So we have our team on here, and as we've been going through this experience this month, we've talked about there's prizes, there's different things to get different points. So tomorrow we are going to go live. I'm just going to say right now I'm going to be traveling, so I can't tell you exactly what time of day it's going to be, but it's going to be tomorrow. We're going to go live and announce the winners. We'll tag the winners as well. On who's been participating, and of course you'll be able to get points on here as well for participation, for engagement, for staying till the end. We have something special if you do stay till the end that will help you.
Bonuses.
Yeah.
Who likes
yeah.
bonuses? Free stuff.
Free stuff. We have a special Somograph you to get really centered, higher self, gain massive amounts of clarity, as well as unlocking your resourcefulness. Really powerful bonus. So stay to the end. Those are yours. So
Yeah, and just communicate to our team. We went to go live in the group and it didn't work. Our group didn't come up for some reason, so won't be live in the group. So if you want to share the Zoom link and just say, hey, there's a tech breakdown, there won't be any live in the group. Make sure to get on live. Boom.
Cool. And we're gonna go today we're shooting for an hour. I really genuinely honor all of your time, and I know that it takes something, especially nowadays. We want to make sure that what you guys get, like your time is valuable, and I honor that. So thank you for devoting this next hour. We may go over a half an hour. If you have to leave, I totally understand, but I just want to throw that out. There is a slight chance. We may go over an hour, and if you got to go, that's all good too.
Yep. Commit to staying the whole thing as much. I think I put it for an hour and a half on the Zoom thing just to give that buffer of time, but I get things happen.
All right, authentically, this is getting me a little steady, so.
You're getting a little hot.
I'm getting a little hot in here, so you guys get the fun and the happiness and the joy of the Christmas hats, and we can be real people just like you.
With our Peppa Pig shirts.
We're wearing our Halloween costume because we have a 2.5-year-old who got her Halloween costume and just insisted that they're wearing Halloween costumes dressed with our Christmas music and things going on. So it's fun in our house today. Mm-hmm. So who's this training for? Right? Ultimately, this training is for coaches and mentors who know from a very young age that where society is different and don't fit in. We're here to tell you that's the whole point. Somebody's calling you. Does that automatically go? No.
Okay, good. We're good.
Okay. Okay, cool. So where society has told you that you're crazy and you don't fit in, we're going to tell you that that is the whole point and this is your purpose. So when with each client you serve, you're honored that you get to be the much needed light in this world. Quantum impact and evolution is inevitable for you. It's why you're a coach. It's why you're an entrepreneur. It's why making an impact is what you live for. So listen, you've probably bought all the courses and you've listened to all of the trainings and you've listened to all of the podcasts and all of the things. And it's kind of at the point where it feels like you just got home from IKEA with one of those big boxes of pieces. And like, how do you put all of this together?
Who feels
familiar?
Does that resonate with anybody? Like you went to these trainings, maybe you try to do stuff for free, maybe you've invested in programs, maybe you bought courses, maybe you've done stuff, but you feel like you're trying to do some weird origami stuff.
Are we muted?
We were muted, but I think it was only for a second, so we're good.
Okay. All right, we're good. All right, perfect. Do you want to ask that again?
No, did everybody hear that? The IKEA, like being able to the origami, like not knowing how to put all this together, like you invested all this money, you've done all these things, these trainings, you've done all the things, and it's just give me the step by step, or give me the frameworks, give me the processes. How does this work? Like,
give me the juice.
Give me the juice.
Got the juice.
It's got the juice. Indeed.
Well, honestly though, it's frustrating because this purpose, you're here on this mission, vision, and when it's not working, it's like it brings up a lot of stuff, right? And I don't like to focus too much on the stuff that it brings, but it does bring the self-doubt and the imposter syndrome and who am I? All of this stuff can start sitting in our head when we don't really have what is happening. Like, I know I have this vision, I know this is the way, so why isn't it working? Really just want to help people. Yeah, exactly.
Get all this crap out of the way and just help some people, right? Does that make sense for people? This is gonna be interactive, so we're gonna be using the chat a lot. So just give me a why, just as a cheap thank you. Oh, you also get points for the game for the more engaging that you do. So perfect. Yeah. So
they're saying make my job hard, guys, so you get points, so you win stuff.
Yes, it's Nicole's job to count all the there you go. Kelly, I love you, Nicole.
You're amazing. The dream team. We'll talk about that.
Indeed.
So let's first talk about though, who is this for? You're here. We're here together. We're gonna have some fun over the next hour. Who is this for? Or who is this not for? I'm sorry. We already talked about who this is.
Yeah. For the person that's like the victim things in your life of why you're not having results. Everybody knows them, right? The person that like their family, their parents, their schooling, their whatever, it's the reason that they weren't successful. That they don't take responsibility for their life, right? They're the people that are not causing their life, they're being caused, right? They're be causing. And those are the people that this is probably not for, because energetics is amazing, and the one thing is, it's going to take some action. This is going to take some strategies. It's going to take some, some quote work, right? And so it's, if you're blaming everybody else for your misfortunes and you're not working, probably not for you.
Also probably not for you if you don't have the ability to really help people. If you're not a coach, you haven't gone through the skills, this isn't going to be for you. This is really specific to coaches, mentors, experts in their fields that know what they're doing, and you make a difference in people's lives.
Yeah. So if somebody came to you and gave you money, like, could you help them? Could you support them? Could you get them real results? Right? Like, that's what, if you can't, you can stay and hang out, and this will be great entertainment, but this is really for people that are really out to make an impact, but have the ability to make an impact.
Yeah. And then also people who just think they know I already know this. This is probably not for you too. You probably know it all. So now that we have all of that out of the way, let's talk about what we are going to learn today. So really, we're going to be breaking this down. Ultimately, this 50K by Christmas, it's going to take a few things, right? So we're going to talk about how to attract clients without the tech hassles. And we say hassles because you may know the tech, you just don't want to deal with the tech. So if we gave you a pathway that allowed you to attract people into your world without the tech, would that be useful for you guys?
Give us a why. Why?
I love you. Also, enrolling clients in a way that feels good for everyone. You want your clients to feel good. You want to be excited. It's like an empowered, yes experience for everybody. Mm-hmm. So we're going to lay out what that framework is. How do you create that pathway? And then also how to create a step-by-step marketing strategy that's in alignment to who you are. So we talk about energy a lot. We talk about strategy a lot. We talk about alignment. And this alignment is like the gateway, right? When the gates open, things just start flowing through. You're aligned with your skills, your beliefs, your soul gifts, your how you work best, how your energy moves best. You're honoring yourself. You're really coming back to who you are and coming from a space of clarity and power from like your core self. It's like my favorite thing in the world. I could talk about this all day long. Yes, alignment is so important. So as we go through today, we want you to know that we understand alignment. We understand that every single one of you are different, and it's going to take different things for each of you.
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is we're going to map out here later on exactly the things necessary, and then for you to distinguish what those missing pieces are, and then how do you create that within your alignment. So we're going to definitely be creating this. This is all for you. So 50K, what do we got to do to get in alignment with that? And then
yeah, and it's not about being stuck in a box. Has anybody been in a program where they give you a very this is exactly what to do, and if you go anything out of this box, then they make you wrong?
You're wrong.
You're wrong because you didn't do it right.
I think we have a lot of clients that are scared they have to do it right. They have to do it a certain way, and it's okay. There's no right or wrong here. It's honoring yourself and who you are and your energy and how you work and how you shine. That's what's going to make all of the difference. Mm-hmm. So, yes. Cool. So, who are we? If you don't know who we are, maybe this is your first experience. My name is Holly Oxted.
Actually, let's check that in. Who is this the first experience you've ever seen us on a longer training? Give us a why. And who is coming back and you've seen several things and you're like,
guess who's back?
Guess who's back? Yeah. So and there's like 50, 60 of us. We need.
Awesome.
Let's get
so
all
we
the
have
last.
some new people, and we have some
new coming back.
Great to see you again.
Welcome
Devoted
back.
fan. Love you. Thank you. Awesome. Rock stars. Awesome. So we have a little bit of both here. Cool. So for the people who've been here before, you know we like to spice things up, and there's always a little bit of something different. So glad that you are here. And so everyone who does not know us yet, my name is Holly Oxted, and
this is Chad Oxted.
So we've helped hundreds of coaches being able to really make a deep impact with their clients by guiding them to their soul gifts and their inner guidance, and create an aligned client attraction process and really a transformational experience with your clients. So why should they listen to us? I feel like I'm talking all the time.
Well, this is the thing is like, well, really it's because we could talk about 2 comma clubs, and we could talk about helping, you know, hundreds of clients, like paid clients, and thousands of ones for free. Or we could talk about, you know, how Holly started her her coaching or business in a hotel bed, or hotel bed.
Hospital bed.
Hospital bed, not a hotel
collapsing
bed.
stories.
Mine's a hotel.
The twin flames unite. Our stories are now collapsing into each other.
Yes.
So I started my business in a hospital bed. You were in a hotel room.
And we could talk about the 20 years of sales and marketing experience between us, or we could talk about the 10 years each of transformational experience. But like, we're not going to go on and on about this stuff. What we really want to know is that at one point we were struggling. We actually had $6 in our bank account, and we didn't know what the hell to do, right? And it got to the point where we had invested into a seminar earlier that year, and we showed up to this event and completely shift our paradigm on our life and perspective. Anybody have go to an event or invest in something and you just had a complete breakthrough, your whole life freaking altered? This was so life altering to the point where our reality shifted. We didn't know. Okay, so one of the things what does integrity mean to everyone? I'm just curious. What does integrity mean to you? I'm just curious in getting everything. What we thought it to be as morality and right or wrong.
Doing the right thing.
Thing. Yeah, that's the regular thing that people hear, right? And what we learned it to be, or where we discovered it to be, at least in the context of this, is really being our word, right? Being your word. Being and honoring your word. Doing what you say you're going to do and following through. And in that context, what we realized is there was a lot of areas in our life that we were out of integrity. And we went through this whole process of restoring our integrity. And so one thing is at the same time we have the $6 in our bank account, we're also living with our accountant in her grandson's stinky bedroom, right?
She happened to be down the street from this, it worked perfect.
Yeah, it worked out perfect. So we after we restored our integrity with all the places and people and all the things,
we really got in communication and got really real in our life and took responsibility for areas that we were out. And I'm talking small areas, things where you promised your kids you would do something and you didn't do it, or you had this one bill and it's been in collections. It's a health bill, it's not going to count for anything. Those your power.
We are landmark graduates. That's fair.
Yes, so that's absolutely all landmark, world and incredible. We've gone through a lot of their programs.
Yes. And
then it's been absolutely transformational.
So after that, we literally had this massive breakthrough in our business, in the sense of going from that $6 in our bank account to having our first multi-5-figure, it was actually a little bit shy of $40,000 in our business. And now we've had success before in our life and in sales and marketing, but working together, we'd never done that before. And it just completely kind of shifted everything. And it was amazing until what we realized, what we were delivering was so time and energy intensive and I was the one offering and selling, and Holly was the
I
one
was the one
delivering.
So we were doing like complete, full, done for you custom services, from the funnel to the email sequences to the ads to the copy to full done for you systems. We're talking.
Yeah.
For pretty much everybody. We didn't have a one person, like we did this for this particular person. We did it for everyone.
If you showed up and handed us like 10, 20, 30, $40,000, you'll get a system. You get a high five. You get a system. You get a system. And that's how we were rolling until we went to another event, which completely shifted our life. And we invested in going to that event. And I remember showing up, and we had 2 clients that came to that event to meet us, right? One of them was a neuro performance coach, and was massively transforming her clients and made this huge transformation with her people in her world. And then the other person, she was a publicist and she's a great person, but it just wasn't making the impact. It wasn't in like alignment for what we were really out for and who we wanted to be empowered. We wanted to empower people that were making a transformation in this world. I'm just curious, who here makes a transformation in this world?
And what I'll say is,
and who's out to make an impact with their clients and out to make an impact with their people?
Yes.
Awesome.
Right. And I will say what was starting to happen, because we were working with everyone. I'm talking, we were working with like chiropractors, knee pain doctors, hair restoration. There's a construction person that we work for. And again, all great, amazing people. Great, amazing people. I wasn't passionate about the work, but when I worked with this neuro performance coach and I was building her systems, I was like, yeah, man, this is like my stuff. I got excited. I was pumped about it. But I was doing these other projects and they were wearing me down. It was like, I know this is a total story, but like 1,000,000 pounds on my shoulders of the workload that I had to put on. And it got so overwhelming. I was burning out, and I was burning out fast. Again, Chad was selling them and I was creating them, and I had no passion in it. And I went into a pretty dark place where I felt like I had taken my vision and my dream and my, like what I always wanted to do, and it had become this job and really this nightmare. So when we were at this event, it was so pinnacle for us, because the guy, his name was Steve Barber, by the way. Again, another transformational moment for us. He said something that was so profound. He said, do what you love in the service of people who love what you do. And we were like,
it's so simple, right? But who wants to do what you love in the service of people that love what you do?
yes.
Isn't that amazing?
It literally shifted our entire business. And we were like, neuro performance coach, impacting massive amounts of people, has a huge heart and is purpose driven in the world. Yes, I will all day give my 20 years of marketing and sales experience into that person. Absolutely. How do I enhance and multiply and I don't know what the other word is. Enhance and multiply.
Ripple.
Support these
yeah,
people and hold the space for these people to go out there and be really impactful. That's what I wanted. In between that time, I will say during this burnout time, it had gotten to when I'm talking burnout, I'm not talking like, oh, I'm so tired and stressed and it like sucks. I'm talking like it started going, I'm sorry, but it started going into, I have to add some humor to this and you'll see why in a little bit, but it started going into seizures, and it was manifesting into seizures. I was on a screen all day. I was stressed. I was not aligned to who I really was. I was becoming completely depressed. I had a complete breakdown where it was just seizure after seizure after seizure. We actually went to that event, and I was having up to 12 seizures a day. We were just like, oh, this is coming out. Like, I'll take CBD. I'm doing all of the things, electrolytes, like make sure that everything that I can do preventative wise. But when we got home from that event and we started restructuring our business and putting things together, I had a really bad one. Chad had went out for his birthday, and I don't know how long I was out, and he can take it from here because I was not really.
Yeah, so I remember coming into the room and she had been seizing and it looked like a long time. I have no idea how long, right? And so I'm like dumping CBD down her throat, dumping packets of electrolytes, and I'm doing everything that I'm giving her mouth to mouth, which is messy, if you can imagine all of that. And and I remember her coming out of the seizure and saying something that my stomach dropped. And she said, who are you? And where are we? And I was like, I didn't even know what to do, right? And after that, we basically had her from scratch. We used functional medicine neurologists. We used emotional releases, eye movements, and different things to rebuild her brain to the point where she could start getting her memories back.
Rebuilding my brain, and then we also rebuilt my gut, and that was a big important piece of that as well.
Yeah, no, for sure. We don't talk about that a lot, but
I know,
that's
it
for
came
sure.
up, but it was definitely gut health and functional medicine that did that.
But talk about like what you were able to do not having memories.
So
not having the
what had happened is when I went into seizure, it caused brain trauma in the pons region of my brain, and then also my frontal lobe, which the pons region holds all of your memories. The frontal lobe, sometimes if you notice, if I go out of flow, I'm like, what was I saying? It takes like it's a little quirk that I have, and it's no big deal. It's fun. So not having any memories for a while, as I started healing the rest of me, I really wanted to get back into business. Like I've gone through to get videos for editors to like take pieces out of the state that I was in then, and it still is like, wow. The support that I got from the people online was absolutely phenomenal, and it inspired me. Like, wow, I really made a difference. Like, I need to keep going with what we were doing. I need to get back in here. How do we learn this? Like, what are we doing here? And I just started going through all of our social media. I started going through pictures that we had. I started going through our clients and their social media and the slides, and I started I just started putting these pieces together of, well, when our clients did this, this, and this, it worked. But if they didn't have this piece in here, then they didn't get the results that they were out for. And we all have stories. We create stories. Every thought process and thing in our life, we hold a story to it. Well, in this state, as I was healing, I didn't have any stories. Now, I will say, as I started going through and doing the functional, the eye movements and the neural releases, the memories and I started healing my brain back up, the memories started coming back. And it was a beautiful time to go through and really experience every memory that had come back, and heal it, truly heal it. And during that time, and the reason we're sharing this is that when I was going through and seeing all of these clients and relearning the business again, I got to see super objective all of the things that worked and what didn't work and what was really necessary to have in place. And it's literally our entire model and what we do today. So what we're sharing with you today, this is not like a regarbled, regurgitated thing that we just learned, right? We've been online, we've been doing this for years now. I don't want to age myself, but if we've been sales and marketing, I went ahead and aged myself anyways. So it's been since about 2013. Oh my baby, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were right here. Oh, honey. Okay, keep talking.
So see some of the results that we've gotten for clients through this model and what results they've gotten through this model. A why totally would work. I know there's a little bit of a delay. Yes. Awesome. All right. So I'm going to pull up a video from one of our clients. And she might be here just to share where she is now. And we'll come back to her if she's here, and if she's not, that's totally cool too.
We'll still share what she did or what she's been up to.
Yeah. All right. You,
You make that big.
yep, I'll make it big and can everybody see the screen? Can drop the, just make sure that everybody can see. Can you see my screen?
Yep. Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Okay, cool. I will play. And
Just got started with us in the last month or so,
can
and
you
just
hear it?
curious.
Give me a
on,
thumb if you can hear.
You know, your experience so far, and why people should really stick around to the end to learn from this training.
Yeah, well, you know, when I started out coaching, I realized that I would need to have a coach at all times in order to like keep developing my skills. And so I didn't really have the funds when I first started to do that, but I made exceptions and just did uncomfortable things in order to make it happen. And so I've spent easily tens of thousands of dollars on other programs, trying to get something that I didn't know what it was. And what I was really looking for was just someone to help me, one, to see myself. So I knew like, how could I best serve other people? And then the second thing was just like, show me then based on myself, what to do and where I need to go from here. Honestly, it was like tens of thousands of dollars spent out. Like I did not, like at the end of every program was like very disappointed, like, dang, like I told them that's what I needed. And I'm walking away still empty handed and feeling more frustrated than ever. So when I found you guys, I think initially several months ago, I was kind of like observing and watching for a while. And then something just struck me and I was like, you know what, I think they're more personable than the average coach and maybe really listening to what people are thinking and feeling and experiencing and what their needs are. And so over this last, I guess it's been about a month and a half now, I've gotten so much. It's like not, I love that it's not like a cookie cutter thing. And I actually feel like someone's holding my hand through the process. Not that I was starting out with the baby steps, but I think that that's perfect, especially for someone that's just kind of starting out. But also, even for me, that I've been kind of doing this a little while, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, just kind of like spinning my wheels stuck in the same place. And I want to know, like, how do I really develop a program that helps people, the people that are coming to me, which are different than your clients, so that you really can't have a cookie cutter thing. And I've had incredible success. And I think that the thing I really struggled with the most was, how do I like sell stuff? Because I'm an energy healer and a coach, and I'm just not like salesy. I have a feminine approach to things. And so to be able to see the difference now and how I have a discovery call or a sales call, how I had it before, and how I felt like, man, I feel so like dirty or wrong. Like I feel like I'm pushing something on people that they don't want to receive. And now it's like a conversation where I can really, in one conversation, find out and outline what people's needs are and identify the problem and solutions like right there and then, and it's turning sales.
So tell us a little bit about that. So since you've been in, well, just give us the last, what, like 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, okay, yeah. So, yeah, just last week, I've had some pretty like great days in the I turned 5K in sales. And honestly, like, oh my gosh, thank you, Trisha. Honestly, it was just like I did anything to make it happen. It didn't feel like work. It didn't feel like I was doing anything against myself or like sweating. It was really just like planting seeds. And a lot of it was like in just the little bits that you guys give to do. Like there's like a daily like little checklist. Doesn't take very long at all of the things to do every day. I was like, okay, like at first a little resistance to like doing some of that stuff, which Holly's really great at like identifying those things and helping to release some of it out. So there's that energy side of it and the conscious side of it happening. But I honestly I'm still not doing exactly everything to the T. And all I did was plant seeds, and then it just like fell on me all in one day. And it was like people just asking me out of the blue, like, hey, can I get what you have? Can we talk about it? And I did not make any sales. I mean, like I landed this, but I did not like pitch anything to anyone. All I did was follow Chad and Holly's systems of like listening, and it landed $5,000 in sales in 24 hours. So that was pretty awesome.
I think that's a good place to
It's like a
stop.
reminder.
And
All right. So who
So Joy-
resonates with, yeah,
Joy, can we do Joy today?
yes, Joy today.
So Joy today, we actually just got off the call, and she said she was going to try to be here, but she was on a call with a client too, so she wasn't sure. But Joy is on track to have her first six-figure year. So,
Mhm.
woo, go Joy! I know you'll be watching the replay. It's been amazing. So, who's ready to see this model?
We need whys, all the whys.
All the why?
All the whys. So there's like 60 people on here. If you're like in the bathroom, like watching this, you better like, you know,
Charlie's coming.
bring the phone up and slam a why. We need permission here. We don't want to just like throw things on you, right? No, keeping video on. Perfect. All right, good. So even better than seeing the model, we want to see the process that can help you get to that 50K by Christmas without being salesy or pushy, without the tech hassle, with creating the sales process that just feels good and your enrollment like just feels amazing, and then being able to clear those blind spots and get them all out of the way. I think that's everybody. Justin.
Can't get past that sales feel. All right, let's see if we can help with that.
All right. So, who's seen this before with our diagram? Krista's seen that.
So, the people who are here we go. So this is how this is going to work. So as we go through each of these, we're going to explain a bit about how to do it, but ultimately this model will support you up to six figures. Really, it'll support you up to 7, but I'd say 6, and then there's a few more things you start getting your team in place. Sorry, was that not working for you?
Yeah, I can't say.
Okay, got it. Like, do we even need this? What do I do with it?
Wow.
Anyone take notes and then not use the notes? Throw the notes out the window. We got this.
We just did the figurative of throwing the notes up in the air.
All right, so as we go through this model, ultimately this is going, we're talking about 50K by Christmas. The way to do that is we got to assess where your business is so that you can find the missing pieces within your business areas that you need. So as we go through, we're going to talk about each area of this model. We're going to give a little synopsis of how to set it up. And then we want you to rate yourself as we go through it of either red, like this is an area that is not working in your business. You don't have this down, it needs to work. And again, I will say up front, there's nothing wrong with saying that you're red and proclaiming it. It's powerful, it's awareness, and it's like, okay, great, I'm red here, this is what I need to work on. So you're red, you're yellow in an area. If it's like, it's okay, I know that it can improve, you're going to rate yourself yellow.
If you have a piece of paper, it's kind of cool to draw it out, cool. And then write it out just like we are. And then if you have, we've had people color code it where they've actually color coded each area. If you're not that organized, I get it. But you could just write next to the different areas what color. But we definitely want you in the chat. So play all out. The people that get results and really, really, really have the transformation through this training are the ones that actually do the work and they communicate it, because that's a sense of accountability. If you say, hey, I'm a red or I'm a yellow in this area, okay, great. Well, now you know what to work on. It's cool. Anything but a red pen. That's okay. Just write it. All red since you have not been in business. Okay. Well, so who believes that the 50K by Christmas is like a kind of an abundant, that would feel pretty abundant to you? So abundance is the main part of our of our program. This is what the main thing that you're probably here for. And what does abundant mean? Overwhelming, that's honest. This is the thing, if it's overwhelming, that means there's a structure thing, and we'll talk about how to structure that a little bit better so you can get there without that overwhelm. So what is abundance to us?
Abundance is freedom, being able to do what you want when you want to do it, setting up your schedule in a way that works for you. If you want to travel, you can go travel. You can kind of pick up and go, and freedom's different for everyone. So what is that for you? Also, part of abundance is having the impact, right? I have run across so many wealthy people who miss this impact piece, and we're so miserable. It's not abundant. Right? How do you get the purpose-filled life? You make a difference with other people. You make an impact. That's part of abundance. And then lastly, the profit, right? Bringing in the money, because that is definitely part. Whoa, what happened?
I have no idea.
Oh, like
That
arrow,
was
arrow,
interesting.
arrow. That was super interesting.
Did somebody take over? Is it Skynet? Oh no.
All right. So there's the way to do that online. You really need 3 different areas, and we're going to break down each area. The first area is the attract, right? If you want to attract consistent clients without any tech, I was going to go one by one.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That's cool.
Just kidding.
Do a little bit different, just switching it up.
Yeah, yeah.
So if you want to attract consistent soul clients without the tech, you really need 3 different things. Right? The first area is what we call impact messaging. So impact messaging is, you know who you're talking to, you know what you're doing for them. You're speaking what we call the unspoken truth. You, like your soul clients just come, they hear, they see your posts, they're reading your messages, they're like, yes, 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 I still resonate with all of this. So it's because you have your messaging down, and ultimately you're most impactful, and your messaging is like really your authentic truth. You have like the soul message inside of you. So tapping into
Why don't
that.
you help her, and I will.
Just to communicate, we have a 2.5-year-old, Charlie. So if this is your first
She's the
time.
CCO.
She's our CCO. Yes, and she makes a huge contribution in the company.
Yes. So expect to see her periodically. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to rate yourself. So what is impact? What does a green look like? It means that when you make posts and things out in the world, you're communicating to your perfect client. They are engaging, and you're able to land clients through your messaging. So now impact. Now, what does yellow look like? Yellow looks like they're probably engaging, right? They're engaging, but they're not becoming clients. Or you're not clear, you're getting the wrong clients. Maybe you're attracting people, but they're not your ideal clients. And then red is they're not engaging, and they're not becoming clients. So drop in the comments green, yellow, or red. Give everybody a second to do that. We got like 60 people on here. This will go do. Like, because we're gonna need to go pretty quick with this. Impact it. Awesome. Remember, playing all out. So what's the next one? I'm running it, but you can say it.
Oh, community.
Community.
So a community is ultimately bringing people together for a greater cause. Right now, having a community allows you to build relationships with people. It's when you have your messaging down and you're clear on the outcomes of how you help people and the people that you help, and then you have this community of you're sharing like at a whole deeper level just around those things, then what happens is they start, maybe when they first meet you, they don't know anything about you yet. But as they're in your community, they're getting to know you. They're seeing what you're about, the vibe of your. I almost said that. What did I miss?
Yep. No, that's perfect. So what you want to look at is do you have so obviously, so green looks like this. You have a community. It's super hopping. There's tons of people engaging. They're like bobbing. They're loving your stuff. You're creating this like movement, right? And you're getting clients from your community. You're able to nurture and build relationships in your community. So that's what green looks like.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, so we had Anthony come in, and he was basically just an offline, like he was an offline, he had an offline healing business, and he offered coaching and trained Reiki professionals. So he is a Reiki master trainer. Anybody Reiki masters here or Reiki master trainers, he trains them all, right? And he's amazing. And he didn't have any processes. He didn't have anything down to no messaging, no nothing. Definitely didn't have a community. Now he's building this amazing community locally and internationally, where he's able to attract retail clients, people that want Reiki services. He's able to attract people that are, Reiki levels that want to be masters and be mentored by him.
And he's really creating a movement of Reiki in the medical world and helping people who've had cancer and all sorts of types of really serious illnesses. So it's really, really powerful. How he's been able to do that is ultimately having a community where he can, you can use a community to build value and have people connect to. It's when you have this movement, people start seeing the movement and can get a part of it. And in these days, there's been a lot of isolation in the world, and people want genuine community. There's a lot of Facebook groups out there, right? So I will say that there's a strategy and an art to building a community.
Yep.
So go ahead and rate yourself now. Where are you at on these colors?
So if you're getting engagement without clients, that's yellow. If you're not getting engagements or clients, that is red. Then we have content.
Dun, 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 dun. So your content is ultimately, you're taking your messaging and putting it out there in the world. I like to say your messaging is alive through your content, right? And your content, when you have a process with your content, it starts building relationships with people almost on autopilot. So really what we do with content is, do you want to have them rate themselves, or do you want to talk about how we separate our content out?
Yeah, let's separate it real quick. So we'll go more in depth in this in a little bit, but ultimately, actually, I think we're sharing on this one. Do we share it here, or do we want to do it with Empowered?
We're sharing what?
And doing.
Oh, the cold worm.
Yeah, cold worm, the process. So, no.
Go for it.
Okay, cool.
Can you
Yeah.
Can you go back to this?
Yeah, I can do that. And
Chad is like Zoom whiteboard master, almost.
yes, almost master.
So I like playing in Canva. One day I'm gonna make a whiteboard in Canva for you. It's gonna be all pretty. You're not gonna know what to do.
Oh no, that'd be terrible. So ultimately, this is what you don't want to do with your content. How many people do you know that are out there and all they're doing is pitching their program? All you see is offer, join my program, let's jump on a session, free breakthrough session, and they're not actually adding anything. So this is your offer. Sometimes I don't even write what it is on there. So this is the offer, and you're just dropping it on people's heads, right? And maybe some of you are doing this, and that's totally cool, nothing wrong. You're probably making sales, unlike the people that are doing the next thing. Which is the other side of it is this is value, right? You're like value, and never offer anything. And it's just, I'm just going to offer value and hope that people are going to get value to that. And maybe somebody will show up.
I'm gonna keep sharing value, and one day someone will reach out and want to work with me.
Yes.
And I will say that definitely works, right?
Oh, yeah,
You
it
can
can
share
work.
value and people will start reaching out to you. the thing there is you don't know when and you don't know how many, and it could just be one or it could be none. And there's, if you're trying to live your, create a sustainable business, it is not a good way to be able to grow.
Yeah. So actually, I'm gonna do.
So I don't want to. I just want to distinguish between.
Yep. No,
this and
that's.
power. Okay.
Yeah, I think this is a good place to do it because then it'll be one for each of them. So,
So I think the keep. I don't know where you're going with this, so
I'm gonna keep on doing just like we did in the last one.
Okay. Keep going.
Yep. So we're going to. So this is essentially the process that you want to do. You want to create your content in a way that attracts cold people that have no clue who you are. Then you want to be able to nurture them
To where they become warm.
Yep. Warm. Now, we couldn't give you the exact process here because, like we said at the beginning, you guys are unique individuals that, one thing could work better.
One thing, some people are aligned to Instagram, some people are aligned to Facebook groups, some people love TikTok, some people their people are on LinkedIn. Right? So it's gonna be different based on who your people are and really what you resonate with and on an energetic, you guys know there's different energy levels on each social media platform. So it's which one do you resonate with? That's going to be your cold. And ultimately in the content piece here, you want to create your content in a different way. Because if you think about it, when you first meet someone, it's like hi.
Hello.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, my name's Holly. It's a little
different.
It's different, right? And you can be authentic and it's still different when you first meet someone as opposed to, besties. You guys known each other forever. What's going on? How are you?
Yes.
It's just a different, you can be your goofy self and it's a different type of conversation. And ultimately to attract and build these relationships, if you use your cold market as a messaging where you speak directly to more of are we going into the cake frosting?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's jump into that. So this is the one thing we see a lot.
We call this our cake, right? So picture this as a piece of cake. We're going real 2D here. We're multidimensional. We're going to hit all the dimensions here. Don't worry. We're going to start with the 2D in the cake. So ultimately, the first layer here, that's the frosting of the cake. And, you bite down on the frosting and then you got, this is a two-dimensional fancy cake with multi-layers and different flavors and each bite, and then maybe you have some frosting in the middle. So if you look at this in the sense of how you structure your content for cold people who've never met you, they don't know who you are, the first time you've ever seen Chatter Eye, it was probably in a Facebook group or maybe a reel on Instagram. Those are probably the main places that you found us.
Maybe LinkedIn.
That's where we have cold messaging out there. So our cold messaging is really the frosting. It's the first piece. So your content and your cold offer, it really getting what they need. It's speaking directly to them.
Yes.
It's not anything to do with you. Not that you're not important. We're going to share your story and all of that stuff, but not here. Here, you're talking directly to them.
Yep. And this is the thing is
it's all about
this is the challenge, and we use trauma. Anybody a trauma expert here, or work through trauma, or help anybody work through trauma? So one of the challenges people that deal with that work with people with trauma deal with is most of the really great clients that have trauma don't know that they have trauma. The functional trauma, the people that are still going and making things happen, the ones that have money, are the ones that are unaware of the trauma. So if you are speaking about trauma, your content's just going to fly way over their head, right? But if you speak to the symptoms of trauma that they're super aware of, then you're going to grab their attentions. So It's because it seems normal, does not. Yeah, right. Most people don't even know. So anxiety, depression, not getting out of bed, like imposter syndrome, like fears of advancing, fears of speaking up, all of the things, right? What causes trauma? Freaking all kinds of shit causes trauma, right? And
that's such a loaded question.
it's like everybody has trauma, but they don't even realize it. And so it's so these are the things. So if you speak to those things and how to deal with those, but then realize that, hey, help educate, right? So in cold, you speak to the problem about the trauma, and then you invite them to your warm content and say, hey, this is how we deal with this is actually what you have is trauma, right? You like say, hey, if you have night sweats, you can't sleep well, all those things, well, the truth is you probably had some sort of traumatic event that you didn't completely go through.
And you may be thinking, no, I had a great life. And what happens is, and you can go a little bit deeper.
Yeah. Well, so now I'm going to go much deeper into my group and teach you exactly how you can deal with this trauma and how you can resolve these problems. And then you're inviting them to your community, and then you're giving them the process. So your warm looks like this. People have objections of like, oh, well, investing in themselves or
They have objects and desires.
Or desires, yeah, going into the desires, definitely. But it's like and then building rapport on who you are and showing your authority. Nobody cares about your certification. Nobody
and your
cares.
Beliefs and your integrity was a huge transformation for us. So we talk about integrity in there. Why? Because we want to work with people where integrity is important to you too.
Yeah. So out here in the cold, it's not going to be like, oh yeah, they don't care. Yeah, that's cool. But in here, you can start speaking into your process for helping people clear trauma and your process of how your expertise is and showing off your how you do everything, right?
And that's all through your content.
Yes, all through your content. And then having a process to get people to raise their hand and say, hey, I want support. I want guidance to deal with this. I want the process to go through. Does this make sense for everybody? I just want to make sure this is clear and that this is landing. Cool.
Perfect.
Awesome.
So rate yourself here. Now that we showed you this, I'm sure it makes another sense. Is it red here? Are you speaking content differently depending on where you're at online and who knows you, who's warm to you, you're nurturing them? Is this in place already? If it is, give yourself a green. We're going to go backwards this time. High five, awesome, amazing. If it is kind of, now that you put it in spectrum here, I can kind of see it, then go ahead and give yourself a yellow. And if you've just been putting out content and it hasn't, maybe you've gotten crickets or it hasn't landed any clients, maybe you're getting a realization here, and go ahead and give yourself a red and all is well.
Yep. So,
red, yellow.
So what we're going to do here is we're going to
this is really when you have the attract. Can you go back to our model?
Yep.
So we're going to go back to our model here. Are you going to be able to go back to this? Because we're going to go back to this on the
Empower. Oh, we're going to go back to that?
Well, we have the Empower Client Pathway. They're kind of the same.
I think we do that here and not do it again. Oh, did it? Oh, did I? All right, I guess I get to draw it again.
So the cool thing is we have this so memorized in our sleep that we could pull this up at any time.
I've done these Venn diagram a couple of times. Holly wakes me up at 3 in the morning and goes, "What's
drills?" I give him drills.
Yes. How do you get abundance?
Freedom, impact, profits, attract, impact, messaging, community, content, hot, warm, cold, cold, warm, hot. So while he's writing there, kind of take a look at just these 3 areas of being able to attract people. We really gave you this process, having a clear message of who you're talking to and what you do for them. creating a community where you can have a conversation about that particular outcome in the community, warming them up and using content that walks them through a process to ultimately discover that you're the person that can help them.
Yeah.
So now that you see some yellows, some reds, maybe some greens, like it's starting to have a clear perspective of like, okay, what are the things that I really need to focus on if this 50K by Christmas and like I'm really serious about making this happen? You know, pay attention to the yellows and reds. I will say at any time, if you want to have a conversation with our team, like I already know that I need help. How do I work with you guys? We're going to throw a link in the chat. Well, one of our team, either Eston or Nicole, are going to throw a link in the chat. And
Eston, you just direct message that. Could you make sure to send that to everyone?
Yes.
So
Eston will throw a link in there. Go ahead and book a call.
Thank you.
And we will keep going. I just want to throw that in there.
Yep.
So now you can have all of the people. You can create this huge audience, have visibility everywhere, have the most like incredible community of people. However,
yep, we actually had a client that had the most amazing community ever. This guy could put 1,000 people in a freaking group in a weekend. It was ridiculous.
Start a new community and have thousands of people.
It was crazy. And he couldn't enroll a client to save his life when he first started working with us. Barb, if you want to click that and it'll open up into a new tab and you can book a call while we're doing this. So this is the thing, you can attract all the people in the world. Your content can be freaking stellar. You can have the community, you can have your messaging, but if you don't have the enrollment process, you're just kind of, you have like walking around with a petted leg, right? You're just like a pirate. And so
your ego was really big and your bank account was really small. That's what happened.
yes.
So what do we need to really create this enrollment process? Well, first things first, we got to have something really killer and incredibly transformational to enroll them in. What we're talking about here is, we call it the Evergreen Transformational Experience. And it's more than just a course. It's more than just coaching. It's really a multitude of a few different things.
Hi, Kateria. I hope I pronounced that right. That was a wild guess.
Can you do the 4 things? We don't have to take it out, but maybe just put it on the corner here.
Yes.
Like really the 4 elements of what an Evergreen Transformational Experience holds. So when you create your program, you know, a lot of times there's a few different things that happen. When you're a coach, you can offer, maybe you do per session. You know, I'm curious here if you're interested in sharing, like if you're doing per session, are you doing a one-on-one coaching right now? Is it kind of depending on what they need? You just set something up for whatever it is that they want. Do you have a course and you're just like, here's a login, see you later? I'm just curious where people are at, or maybe you don't have a program and you're new and you're just getting started, and that's totally cool too. Always met one-on-one.
One-on-one?
One-on-one? Cool.
Custom to the client?
Custom to the client.
Got it. All right. So what you want to, oh, sorry.
No, so the Evergreen Transformational Experience is really what we're doing is we're bringing a lot of different elements together that creates, it's more than just a program. When we say experience, it's like literally, I know for us, and I'm pretty sure for our clients as well, we're out to create like the go-to program in our industry, right? And I know that our clients and what they're up to, like it's not perfectionism, but it's like the transformation is important, right? So we're not just doing a coach by deli or coaching deli program of throw everyone into a group and roll. It's creating a few different elements to it. One that has a deep impact, but can also hold the space and hold that amount of people. One that is continuous. So there are some coaches, I don't know if you've ever seen them, but it seems like every 8 weeks, they're launching a new container to hold space for the next 6 to 8 weeks. I don't know how they sustain and keep up, because that can be exhausting, especially if you don't have any other income besides your coaching container for that 6 to 8 weeks. You have to wait and then start launching again. And then what can happen is you start going into a launch cycle, and that can get into a burnout as well. Launching takes a lot of energy. It's fun. That's why we made this so fun. Like, because I wanted the energy to expend to be fun and expansive, not tiring. So
who loves the Christmas stuff and the hats and all the fun stuff?
Tell me all the tax deductions. It was worth it. All right, perfect. So it could be fun. And you want to create something that you can continually bring clients in any time of the week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Sunday, Monday, or Thursday, Friday, whatever day. And you're not going to cap yourself out. So that's going to look like a few different. So that's when we say evergreen. Evergreen means it's continually rolling. It really becomes a, I'm like, quantum impact for us is like our baby that we've been able to just grow and expand and give guidance to as it wobbled. You know, we've been running our program for going on 4
Yeah, it's like we've done them all. We've had the program, we did a cookie cutter program,
Yeah,
right? We totally had a cookie cutter program where
do this, this, and this.
do this, and this, and some people got amazing freaking results, and then some people totally didn't, right? And it really came down to the alignment and having. We've done one-on-ones where it was only one-on-one, and we've had the all the energy, and it's like you could only handle so many. We've had the launch containers and how that burns out. I'll give you a story real quick. Is COVID happened, right? This thing.
You guys all know that thing?
A few years
the
ago.
thing with the thing that kind of did that thing to the world?
We were in the middle of like launching one of our cycles, and we were putting all the energy in. We're like, let's go.
And I was having a baby.
Oh yeah, and you're having a baby.
Oh yeah.
And let's not get into that. But we're launching our program, and all of a sudden we get COVID, right? We freaking get it. And so I'm like on calls, like, yeah, and this is why you need to attract, enroll, and clear your blind spots. And I'm like, oh my God, this is rough. And so like if you can only, like, this was our only chance, right? Like every 90 days, like let's launch this program, and like it didn't work, right? And so because like I didn't have the energy to really put out to do this,
no energy.
all the things, right? We were out. And so like that's why you don't want a launch box, right? Where you're launching every 33 things. You showing up for your clients. Yeah.
Barb, that's when I first met you. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, we keep showing up in the midst of like having babies, COVID. Like
the baby was,
we are I will tell you what, transformation in the world means everything to us, especially since COVID happened. Like I truly believe that coaches are the driving force of transformation in a world that really needs it. Like that was a time like the whole world flipped upside down and uncertainty happened, and talk about anxiety and people's past traumas starting to come out, and like it went a little cuckoo. It's still a little cuckoo depending on who you talk to. And yeah, I don't know where.
Yeah, it's totally recorded, Nicholas.
Yeah. So yes, we show up. That is our commitment. We've committed our life to transformation and empowering and lifting other people up to be able to do this for themselves. I can't even describe it. There's not even enough words to describe to really create this freedom and this impact and have this profit and this life of abundance of doing what you love in the service of people who love what you do. I will do that for the rest of my life. No working or retiring here.
Yeah. So this is how you want to rate yourself. If you have a program right now, green looks like this. Your program has impact, is making a deep and wide impact. That means you could handle a ton of clients. You know, like, so if I send you 10 clients right now, you would be okay, right? Maybe 20. It also has the intimacy where they feel like they're getting individual support and guidance. It has the community base where we're all working together, and it's like a team effort. It's evergreen, meaning that you can get started. They can get started if I said, hey, I have the 3,000 or 5,000, whatever your program, 10,000, whatever your program costs. Here it is. Let's go. And do I have to wait a month to get started, or can I get started now? Right? That's what evergreen means. Mm-hmm. Can you charge high value for it because it gives a ton of value and it can solve it solves problems with people that will exchange a lot of money for it. Not a lot, like whatever you believe is high value, high price. So so rate yourself. That's green. Yellow would look like this. It'd probably be either one or two things. You're doing one-on-one, but you're charging like high rates, like 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 plus per, maybe for 3 months or 6 months or something like this. Or you're doing like a group program where it is like a launch situation, and you're kind of in that burnout situation where, or could potentially burn out because of the launch process. Or it's like maybe they're so group, something like that. That's yellow. And then red would be like you're doing all one-on-one. It's all like maybe per session. It's all something like that. So that would be yellow.
Your program is 30 months or 3 months, 2,800. Congrats, girl. And I love that you're on here. Great seeing you.
Got it. And nothing's wrong.
Ever. We have I am purple.
I am purple.
I love it.
There's
We've had blue. I think purple's a new one. I dig it.
Orange.
You can totally be purple here. You are free to be all that you are.
Yeah. So the other thing is not trading time for dollars. So that's another aspect of it. So
6 months. 12.5. Awesome.
ooh, great job, Em.
Yeah.
Cool.
Working on putting together first I take a program. Awesome.
So rate yourself. Anybody else green, yellow, or
All right, next thing, we're gonna enroll clients. We gotta have some process and structure. I like the process and structure, but yet I'm super flow. That's like the thing. Like, if you want freedom, I'll say this: like, how do you have freedom and flow? Process, planning, and structure. Like, it's just one of those things. So I'm kind of a nerd. I am one of those color coding nerds who loves creating processes and systems. So if that's not you, it's all good. I can do that for you. I got you.
there you go. So the Power Client Attraction Pathway is who says that they get in, who does content and gets a ton of engagement, right? You get engagement, but you're not sure how to take your engagement to a book call and to become a client. So engagement to client, that process. So the Power Client Attraction Pathway is really, if we really look at it, it encompasses all of this, but we're going to focus on the last part of it, where it basically takes somebody that is interested and then make sure that they're qualified to be a potential client of yours, and then books them on a call and then gets them to be a client. So what you're going to want to look at here is that green looks like this. Green looks like you have a process that if somebody engages on your stuff that's interested, you can get them to reach out, or they reach out to you. You have a qualification process to make sure that you're not wasting time and you're only getting on calls with people that are potential clients. And then when you do, you can book a call. So you have a clear process for booking calls. You have the clear questions to ask them to qualify them. And then the call, you're interviewing them to see if they're a potential client. They're selling you on why they need to be a client of yours. And you're enrolling, and you're able to take that and enroll clients through that. And your sales process feels amazing. It feels good, right? Like you're serving, like you're actually
helping them like find clarity, and it can be impactful. Yeah, go ahead.
I've had people, when we go through our qualification process, when we are qualifying somebody go, holy shit, that's what I'm missing. Thank you so much. And they actually went off and implemented things through just the conversation and started getting results on their own without even hiring us, which I recommend you hire us. But I'm totally cool with if we can, help you have that breakthrough even through our qualifying process.
Absolutely.
So that looks like green. You have that clear process from interest to like they're handing over money, and it feels good, and it converts very well. Yellow looks like this. People can reach out. They reach out, and you're kind of like you have like a not a set process. It's like but it works. Like you're still getting people from engager to call, but it's not like the same. It's not consistent. And then your sales process is not consistent, right? You don't have that consistent, like that if they have the money and they're like the person, then they're going to be clients, right? And they're selling you. So it's like maybe you have to sell some. Maybe you don't have that like clear process. And then red would look like you're offering like, let's get on a breakthrough session. Let me prove how good I am to you so that you can then buy from me, right? So a breakthrough session is like you're selling like, let me show off my value to you, and show how good I am at what I do. And then you can maybe choose to work with me, or maybe you're using a framework from like one of those pushy sales coaches that like you're using these like yucky feeling processes.
Yeah.
So
I just want to acknowledge the time, and I had a feeling I'm like we are covering a lot. So it's okay with you guys. We've already gone over an hour. Is it okay if we keep going? I want to make sure that I'm honoring you guys as well.
yes.
Keep going. Okay. All right. Perfect. We'll
Kelly's
keep going.
good with it. We'll do it.
Okay. Well, Kelly and Krista said they're good, and I think a few other people. All right. We're good. We're gonna keep going then.
So cool.
All right. Well, let's keep rolling then. So Empowered Client Pathway, we have a few people that were saying red, a few yellows. Anything else you want to?
Yeah, so make sure just rate yourself green, yellow, or red. If you have questions, just ask questions, and then we can jump in.
Okay, perfect. So the next piece, once you get the client, you have this transformational experience. It sounds great on paper. You get the client, you have the process, sweet. Well, you want to make sure that your program is actually successful in a few different areas, right? You don't ever want your clients to feel like there's some number in a program. You don't want them to feel
The baby's right behind you.
Yeah, I'm not moving. I am I'm a solid statue and will not move from the shoulders up. So your program, what was I saying? I apologize.
Yeah, so group success, right? So this is like you are getting what kind of results in your program. So I'm just curious who here does group program, like has a group program of some sort.
I know I saw there's a lot of people that do one-on-one. So this is important because as you transform, and I will actually say you can have group and one-on-one. Like there's a skill to be able to create your program that has different elements in it. Yeah. So, and doing it in a way that honors your energy, as well as, again, it's that really impactful. We were on a program. It was a cool program. And we both know, like, as soon as we say it, it comes up, we know, but it literally felt like we were at a deli and like waiting our turn for something. And so we were just sitting there like, oh, wait, he called my turn. He called our name. Was that us? Yep. Okay.
I'll take the
pastrami. Put our video on, ask our question, get the answer, video off, move on to the next person. And that was that. And it was, we paid like $6,000, I think.
Yeah.
Particularly.
$6,000.
And it really left me with like, I don't want our clients to ever feel like that. I want to create something where I'm really creating like a community of people who are out that can support each other. And it's more powerful together and one-on-one because of the group experience. And I'll be honest, that took a little bit of skill. Like, again, we've been doing this for a few years. And I feel like we have it really well. Like people in our community have co-authored books together. They've created programs together. we have little accountability calls that they've set up. Like, it's just an incredible place to be able to get support. And I think that's part of group success, is creating that culture and then also fulfilling on the outcome that you promised them from the beginning, and how to be able to set that up.
Yep. So green looks like this. You have a program, a group program that makes a huge impact. It feels, so I'm going to add this. This is one thing that we've been working on recently, is how can you make an evergreen program that's group also feel customized and unique for each person. That is, so that is kind of like a extra level of this. That's a green. Also, when your clients come to a group, they feel it's inclusive, and it's when somebody asks a question, everybody gets to learn and discover through the process. So everybody's getting value, and they're not just waiting for their turn. So it becomes everybody gets value from the situation, not just the person asking the question. Then yellow would look like you're doing the Deli group coaching. And obviously red, if you're not doing a group, you're just doing one-on-one, you'd be red. Or if you're just getting terrible results, which I don't know if anybody is going to say they're getting terrible results, but if you're still doing one-on-one, then you'd be red. Jokes, it's all good.
It's not
all
terrible. It's just it's a plateau.
I know, I'm just joking. All right. So what we want to do, we want to check in with everybody. Who's getting value from this? Has this been valuable for everyone? All right. So if you want support creating your evergreen transformational experience, or creating your empowered client attraction pathway, or creating your content or your community, or any of the stuff that we've already talked about already, if you want the support and guidance on how to do that and get to that 50K by Christmas and create that abundance, go ahead and book that call now, and then we're going to jump into the next thing. So
yeah, so this last piece is ultimately the transformation piece. It's gonna go in the middle.
Oh yes, transform.
So boom, your business is only going to grow as much as you do, and this is a journey inside and out. Please believe. And that journey makes things a lot easier when you know exactly what you need to be doing every day. So what we call them the daily 1, 2, 3s. It's like, again, you're always evolving. You're going through the inner work. If you just knew what to be doing every single day, that takes out just so much pressure and noise, and can help you stay so much more grounded and focused.
Kelly's our hype person. I love it. All right, so your 1, 2, 3s are, so green would look like this. You wake up and you start work, like whenever you work, right? Like after you're eating, what time does everybody start working? I'm just curious here. When you start working, you have a very clear process in exactly what to do every day to get the results that you're wanting to get, right? Like you can do
the
this.
Income producing activities that bring in the clients.
Standard operating procedures, income activities, 1, 2, 3s. That's how we think. Like, you know exactly what to do every moment. You maybe have it in your schedule. You're maybe even using timers. We talk about timers in our program. So that would be green. Yellow would be like this, is you have a rough outline of things to do. And so you're kind of, maybe you waste some time doing this, and you're second guessing this, and you're not sure about this, but you're just like, it's good. But it's you still get the consistent processes that you're doing, the consistent things that you're doing on a regular basis. Then you have red. Red looks like this. Red is you basically are wandering through the day. Maybe you pass out at your desk with your head on your desk, and you wake up at 5 o'clock and you're like, holy shit, what happened? I didn't get anything done. Yellow, but for my program, yeah, I've been working from home for 4 years. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, no worries. So next is to rate yourself. Rate yourself on a green, yellow, or red. Yeah.
I've done that before. Totally fell asleep with my laptop.
You want to do the drawing?
Yeah, so this next piece, that's why I just erased this.
Okay.
I apologize, I got a baby on here too. I'm just over here being super mom. It's just what I do sometimes. And the other mom is out here. So this alignment piece is probably the most important piece, and it applies to every single thing that you ever do, right? I'm going to draw as best as possible, holding a 2-year-old, and I have great drawing skills.
Post the photo right here, maybe.
Like, we're doing baby yoga, and I'm just, yeah. All right, so alignment, when we talk about alignment, let's make a cool little stick figure here. So this is you.
Oh, I feel like I need to take a picture of this.
I
Okay.
swear, Chad's like, I need to just have you on camera all the time. I got your back. Sorry. Oh my head, I can't draw another picture or another line. Here we go. So here you are, living life, having dreams, doing the things. Change the color here. And as we go through the world, there's like, I just want to free draw. Scribble. I always have my iPad. So here you are doing your thing in the world, and there's always this, here we go. Let's call it like the energetic field, right? Where every single thought that we have, every action that we take, really the emotions that we have hold energy, and emotion is what energy and motion. So everything that we do holds some sort of energy, and quantum physics says that energy never dies. So this energy is just kind of here. And when we do things, we all have gifts, and like our gifts that we hold to the world, that we bring to the world, how we move, how we do things. And when we have actions that are aligned to who we are, I'm sorry, we're more able to be in flow. And I apologize, I can't be fully in my flow like I want to, but I'm handling a toddler right now, and that's just what it is. And everything is perfect. So now the thing is that energy never dies. So part of the training in my work that I do that's very, very unique and very, very different, and I acknowledge that now. I've not met too many people that do this, although they are out there. But what my training is I'm able to tap into all of these actions and energetics within your life, within your business, because your business holds its own energetic form as well, and can see very clearly what your soul gifts are, how you work best in the world, and these actions in your life that have maybe created some sort of block that are blocking you from really being fully self-expressed, right? We talk about traumas, different traumas that happen and different things that come up and interrupt a few different things. It interrupts us energetically. So these things are in our energetic field. It's also in our brain and our emotions and our mind. I know this is poor guy. You're gonna like
There's a spike.
make him happy. He's like, I'm just living life over here. So there's things that happen in our subconscious, that all of these stories, they start creating stories within our mind and our subconscious, and belief patterns, and that blocks the actions that we take in the world. It blocks us from being fully self-expressed in our gifts. If one of our gifts is to speak in the world, and we've had some experiences that have happened that are blocking our voice from being able to fully show up, 50K by Christmas is going to be really challenging. We got to get this stuff out of the way. And we do it a few different ways. The energetic work, super powerful. Also, it takes more than just that. It also takes the subconscious stuff. Chad and I, we have a whole clearing method now of how we clear this, not just from our subconscious and from our conscious, but also throughout our entire body. Because as you can see, this stuff gets stuck in your body. So as you have these different traumas and these different things in your life, you literally hold them in your body. And that's what can start a lot of disease, pain. We can go into a whole different thing on what that can start. So we've created a clearing method to be able to clear this at an energetic level through our in our subconscious and our conscious level, but also somatically through our body, and clearing this out of our body, so you literally become unstoppable and fully aligned to who you really are. So if you Take the eraser.
Eraser right there.
Ah,
So let's check in here.
start getting some of this stuff
Get
out of
them
the
out
way.
of the way. He took a smile off his face.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Well, you know what? Sometimes there's that integration,
You're not
and like
smiling.
life is aligning to your highest good, and so that some things need to drop. So the smile might go away for a little bit, but I promise it'll come back even brighter.
Yeah, so this is what we want to check in here. So this is making sense. I just want to check in to make sure that this is making sense for everyone. If anybody has any questions about any of this. Green, what does green look like? You don't get in your own way for long, right? You catch your.
You're human. We're
cut-
allowed to be human.
Yeah, you catch your conscious patterns that are stopping you, right? When you like fast, right? The faster you catch these things that are stopping you, and you refocus on where you're going, that's towards the green, right? Like this is like,
I will say this picture is very linear and like the best you can describe. I mean, we're talking about a multi-dimensional thing here, so I did my best.
yeah, totally, you did great. So green is like you catch these patterns and you keep moving, right? You maybe you've done a ton of clearing yourself, but it really comes out to life. Like, are you stopping yourself from getting the results that you want in your life? Are you stopping yourself from really making the impact that you want? So if the answer is no, this is I just need the systems, I just need the program, I just need all this other stuff. Awesome, high five, you're green.
Well, I will say, when you know your gift, you can also find your shadow and your sabotage points of knowing what triggers your sabotage. And when you know what triggers you to get into your sabotage and shadow mode, it can be a huge tool in itself.
Absolutely. And so yellow looks like this, is periodically, it's that you'd be at kind of a higher level, right? You know that you'd be farther along if you could clear some of the stuff. You have some things that are that come up, maybe some imposter syndrome, some anxiety that pops up around going live or messaging people or even doing anything, or asking for money, or those type of things, right? The things they pop up and they're kind of, well, there you go. So it's really getting out there in the world, asking for money, and really, being just powerful in your work. So that's a yellow, when things are coming up periodically, and red is this is a nonstop thing. Red is you're constantly getting in your own way, and there's going to be some kind of serious work to be done to get you out of the way so you can implement all this stuff, right? And
third one, to wrap this all together, and we put this in transform, is really leverage, because leverage is a transformation. Especially, we're used to doing all the hand-to-hand combat, wearing all the hats. I'm the coach, I'm the marketer, I'm the sales guy, I'm the accountant, I'm the editor, I'm the copywriter, I'm all of the things, right? And so it takes something to be able to transform that and be able to lead teams and to be able to create systems that can work for you so you can reach more people, being able to, ultimately put, maybe paid traffic together and start being able to scale this up into 7 figures and beyond.
Yep, so this right here can get you to multiple 6 figures on your way to 7. This right here will get you to multiple 7 figures,
and then we have a whole other.
We have a whole nother module in our phase 2 that we work with clients on, helping them build their dream team, helping them create their evergreen marketing machine, helping them really do the business energetics and get them out of their own way. So if you feel like you've had a lot of greens and you're I'm not really sure if you guys could help me, this is where we again goes to the next level, taking yourself out of your sales process, taking yourself out of the syndicating of your content, taking yourself like creating some automation and putting systems in place that are working for you 24/7, so that
And
you
bringing in your dream team. Thank you, dream team, for being here.
Thank you, dream
You guys
team.
are amazing.
Thank you, Nicole. Yeah, everybody thank Nicole
Shout out
and
to
Hassan.
Nicole and Eston. You guys are powerhouses. I love you.
Yes. So rate yourself green, yellow, or red, depending on where you're at with that. So green looks like this. You're probably running a six-figure on your way to 7-figure business, depending on all the other stuff. You don't have any technology really running, or any systems or team, no VA, no nothing going on.
One man show.
One person show. Yeah, so that's red. Looks like it's a one-person show, and you're kind of doing this all on your own. Yellow looks like maybe you have a VA, maybe you have a calendar link, maybe you have Zoom, a regular Zoom situation that you use.
So now what you want to do, you guys can see the whole picture. You have all the reds and the yellows. Did any of you like write it out, and if you had colors, but you can see very objectively now where your red and yellows are. Yeah, Krista, go girl. I love it. So now you have your reds and your yellows. Those are the areas to start working on and putting your focus on to be able to get to that 50K, right? Ultimately, when you can attract your people, you're speaking to them, you're building relationship, you're taking them from cold and bringing them into a warm and a hot. You have a program, an evergreen transformational experience, or a program that has high value, so you have a high value and higher price point. Right? That's going to greatly help you getting to 50K. And reverse engineer it. So if you have a $3K program, what is that? What is the numbers there? How many clients do you need to get to be able to have that by Christmas? Know your numbers, have the process and the systems in place, and if you need support, we are here. So if you're seeing the reds and the yellows and you're like, all right, I need to get these to the green, like, let's do this. Can we have a conversation? Let's book a call. Let's have a conversation. Ultimately, we don't do any sales on that call. It's really just a conversation with our team.
Yeah. So yeah, offer. We have an offer to make, you guys. Who wants to hear the offer? Awesome.
You guys are still here?
Barb.
Is it cool if we have an offer for you? What's up, Nicole?
I just want to say, before you end, like, I know you're getting to the end, I need to be able to take a screenshot of the participants so that I know who stayed to get them points. So don't end without letting me do that, please.
Okay.
I got it. Plug it in.
We'll give you a 3 down, or count of 3.
Me get points.
1% left on my phone. Oh no! Where's
Plug
the
it in.
charger?
All right. So here's the offer. If you want to create your client attraction process, right? Who wants to create their client attraction process to be able to, get your messaging, create your community, create the content where you can really have those structures and processes in place, and really being able to, really create the sales process where it feels good, and you don't feel salesy, you're pushy, you're interviewing instead of selling, it just really feels good. Who wants to create their evergreen transformational experience so you can sell something for a high value? You can package all your modalities and your gifts and finally have them in one place where you can offer them and really create that. And who wants to get out of their own damn way, right? Who wants to get out of your way and really be able to make the impact that you're here for? If this is you, book a call. Eston's going to drop a link, and we can jump on a call and see if it's a good fit. Or you're going to jump on with our team. If we watch this on, you're going to be talking to Nicole if this is recent, and maybe she'll move up in the company later on. So you're going to talk to somebody
Nicole
on our
or
team.
someone else on our team.
Nicole or somebody else on our team.
Equally as awesome.
This is the thing. We have a guarantee that we're going to be doing. This is the thing. You're so confident you're going to get results. is, so our program is really out to add an extra $5,000 to $50,000 to your business in a 90-day period. If you don't hit at least the 5K, right? And you do this, you show up, you ask questions, you book calls with your support coach, you come and get support from our group calls, you go through the modules and you're taking action, we will work with you unlimitedly as long as it freaking takes, right? As long as it freaking takes. We are out to get you unlimitedly, right? Unlimitedly, like until you get at least to that 5, at least your money back. Yeah, at least you get your investment back. If you don't get your money back, we will work with you unlimitedly. There's no booting you out. This is show up, do the work, and ask for help, and we'll work with you unlimitedly.
That's how much we believe in.
That's how much we believe in what we're doing. Book the call right now. Jump on a call. There's no sales on this call. We're not pushing anything. This call is literally to see if you're a good fit for our program. If you are, if you're in the place that we feel confident. If you don't get past this call, then we're not sure if we can get you the results, right?
And to be quite honest, the reason why we have calls is because, again, back to our community of how freaking amazing our people are. Like, I truly believe it's because we take the time to get to know every single person before they come in and what they're up to. So I want to know everyone that comes in. I'm not out to have I love money, waking up to money and I sleep, but that's not what this is about, right? This is truly about making sure that we can help the right people get their message out there into the world and make the transformation that they're here for. I do not take that lightly, truly. Like, this is our life and this is what we do. So it is a conversation. We do that for a reason. We're out, we have an incredible community of other coaches and people who are out to do big things in the world. And we want to make sure that it's a good fit for everybody. So go ahead and book that call. And I want to, again, honor you. I know we said this was going to go an hour and it may go longer. We said that we gave the opening in the beginning. So I just want to acknowledge all of you guys. I am so glad that you guys got some clarity on what's missing in your business to really get to 50K. I truly believe that when you have these elements, you will get there. So I believe in you. I believe in what it is that you're doing. Go ahead and book that call. I look forward to talking to you guys on the other side. Got anything else? Did you want to?
Is anybody? I just want to check to see if check in and make sure if anybody's on the fence about booking a call. If you're not sure, you're like I might, but or I have questions or I'm like concerned. Because what I'll do is I'll do a breakout session with anybody that can answer any questions. Yep.
Nicole, I'll get the screenshot for you.
I'm working on it.
Got it?
I'm working on it.
Booked a call and have to go.
Awesome.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, well, if she's on it, then
You go. Got it. Okay, Michelle, thank you.
it's all good.
All good, all good.
Bye, Beth.
All right, doesn't seem like anybody's
Oh, Bev, I just acknowledge you for
You're
staying
the
up.
best.
logging off. See you later.
All right. Well, if you guys don't have any questions, I look forward to talking to
If
you.
you're watching this on the replay, there'll be like calendars and stuff like that. Go ahead, click the calendar. Appreciate you. Book your call. Book
Let's
your
do
call.
50K by Christmas, guys. Oh, and by the way, the winner will be announced tomorrow. Again, just to remind you, everyone here who stayed till the end, you have been recorded, so you will get that bonus as well. And we will do a live announcing the winner and the prizes tomorrow. This has been so much fun.
Yeah, one other thing. So if you booked a call, or when you book a call, if you book a call, then we're going to be reaching out to you on Facebook to put you in a chat with Nicole, and there'll be some case studies involved, give you to watch so you can really see what's possible in the program. So just keep an eye out for that. If you haven't booked a call and you know 3 things at least, right? Did you know that we can help you? 2, that this is like a now thing. Let's go, right? You're ready to do this now, and you want the support getting green. Go ahead, book that call. Appreciate you.
Thank you so much, guys.